Live from the KSTS studios in San Jose, Channel 48 is not off the air. Tonight, with special guest Dr. Gonzo. Some not off the air surprises. And the best in rock video. And now, here's your host for Not Off the Air, John Ward.
The applause, it's like a drug. We love it. Welcome to the second straight Wednesday of Channel 48 is Not Off the Air. We've got a great show for you this evening. We're live. We've got a full hour, but before we do that, let's shift gears for a minute. Let's get a little somber. There's a little bit of business I want to take care of. I'd like to formally dedicate this show to my sister right now, who's in the hospital and convalescing nicely. And I want to say to you, Julie, get well, get better, but most of all, get home. And that's because this week is Sweeps Week. Sweeps Week is the time of the year when the Nielsen and Arbitron rating systems measure the size of each television audience for each respective show. And based upon that number, the advertising rates for the successive year are determined. Okay, Julie? So getting home means big numbers for us, big numbers means big ratings, and big ratings means big bucks for your brother. So get home, and get well. Thank you. That's for my sister. Okay. I hate to start the show on a down note like that, but I had to get that out of the way. Okay, now we're live for an hour. We got a great show. We are really excited. Our special guest live today is Dr. Gonzo from the Trapper John Show, Mr. Gregory Harrison. Dr. Gonzo. Huh? Not Gregory Harrison from Trapper John? Good. Good. I'm glad because I wanted to talk a minute about that show. Let's talk about Trapper John, okay? It's a sitcom. It's based in Korea. The guy's funny. He works with people who are funny. He comes back to the States. Boom! He's not funny anymore. Oh, what's more, he's losing his hair, and he looks like Adam Cartwright. I mean, what's wrong? Is this like post-war shock? I thought Korea, not Vietnam. I mean, that's really weird. But we're excited. Dr. Gonzo is here. He's even better. He's funnier. He's going to be doing a stand-up out of the famous booth of comedy. We may have a few surprises over there. Also, we're going to roll in some of his famous music videos that he created. And if you're an especially good audience, we may even have him croon a live tune or two here in the audience, in the studio audience. So we're excited about that. Big feature this week, the improved TV-1. You loved it last week. This week, it's even better. It's revised, and it's got a theme this week. And it's tied. Hey, let's go here for a theme. We have a theme this week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always nice to hear applause for a theme. We have a theme this week, and it ties into a very real need. That need is that Channel 48's managing news editor and television personality, George Brockman, is leaving us and going back east for bigger and better things. Hence, you, the studio audience, not the studio audience, the at-home audience in your own living rooms, have an opportunity to audition for George's job, your chance to be an on-air personality. And we think that's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to open up the phones pretty soon and be auditioning people the whole first hour of the show, and then first half hour of the show, and then about 40 minutes into it, you'll get your chance. The top 3 callers will get their chance to be George Brockman. What's more, we'll have music videos coming up by the Talking Heads, by ABC, and all kinds of surprises. But before we do that, we're going to have to take care of some business here. So we're going to go away from the studio now. When we come back, we'll have more of this big stuff. So we'll see you then. What the heck does a single guy like me do in the South Bay on a Sunday? Well, someone suggested to me, hey, check out the San Jose Flea Market. San Jose Flea Market, I said. No big deal. How was I supposed to know? All of a sudden, everybody in town's talking about it. What the heck is this thing? Beautiful people are talking about it. It's cocktail conversation. It's on everybody's lips. People are saying, hey, the San Jose Flea Market is the last bastion of free enterprise in the entire Western world. Other people are saying, hey, it's like one of the great international bazaars of the Mideast. I myself had to find out. You will too. Let's go, the San Jose Flea Market. We're here at the San Jose Flea Market. We're here at the tool booth, and your name is?
Jose.
Okay, Jose. You're here selling tools. Have you been selling tools for long here?
Yeah, well, over 3 weeks.
Now, what kind of people are coming in and buying these things?
Everybody's coming here and buying stuff.
I mean, men, women?
Men, women, kids, and everybody.
So a lot of tools to women?
Yeah. Hammers.
You sell a lot of hammers to women?
You know, they always like hammers, I guess.
Okay, well, there you have it, the shocking and revealing story that Jose here sells a lot of tools and a lot of hammers to women. I notice here on your table you have Making Love for the Sensuous Woman. Right. Making Love body powder. You want to tell us a little bit about this and maybe why the female watcher of Not Off the Air might be interested in this product?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was 2 cases of it were given to me about 4 years ago. And every time I come out and I sell half a dozen cans of it and make a couple extra bucks. Everybody enjoys it. I mean, some people come up and are very familiar with it and buy 3 or 4.
And do you use it yourself?
No.
Do you know anybody who uses it?
No.
So you really couldn't personally recommend it?
No.
One more time, the name of the product is?
Making love.
Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh, are those movies over there? Do we have any titles of note?
Charlie Chaplin's, and we have TV shows, wrestling, and
You have wrestling?
yeah, we have wrestling.
What kind of wrestling might that be?
It was a TV show from LA,
How much could somebody expect to pay for like an hour of wrestling?
about $25.
About $25. Any big names, big name wrestlers in that maybe?
No, I don't know the name.
These are kind of unusual. Could you step out here and let's start with these here, these Western lamps. They're almost 6 feet tall. You want to tell us a little bit about these and maybe if you've sold any and what type of people might have bought them?
Yeah, a lot. We sell them a lot, yeah.
And would you say these might be one of your most popular models?
No, the monkey one is.
Tell us a little bit maybe why the monkey is one of your most popular ones.
Well, because everybody thinks it's cute and funny, and so they buy it.
So what kind of people, other than guys like you and I, might be wearing these hats? Have you sold any of these today?
Yes, we have.
And what kind of people have been buying them in general? Men, women, older, younger?
Older man.
Older men? Okay, now these are nice. Have you sold some of these today? Yeah. These, it's kind of the urban cowgirl kind of look, isn't it?
Yeah. Spring look. Has that spring look to it.
Kind of the spring look with the flowers and stuff. Those are nice. Okay, but you do not, I mean, you are not limited just to hats here. We have some other things. We have some ceramic banks and stuff. Over here, we have some artwork. Some paintings on velvet. I see that the Indian girl has her clothes on here, and her clothes are off here. Now, what has happened in these 2 pictures here? What has transcended since he's been battling that eagle to cause the change? Any ideas?
I don't know.
Okay, now, these babies are marked at $1.50. Is there a story behind these?
No, not really. I got them for nothing.
Now, do you basically wheel and deal at places like this and pick up items that you think, so you probably bought these for less than $1.50?
I got them for nothing.
For nothing.
We buy a lot of boxes on the auctions, and then we sort them out, and what's junk we throw away, and the rest we bring out here.
Just kind of surprise boxes, huh?
Right.
Maybe, what is the craziest thing you've ever found in one of those boxes?
Gene bean bottles full of booze.
Full of booze?
Right. Full of booze.
Anything else? Ever find anything live in there?
Yeah, we found a snake once in a pair of shoes.
We are here at Exclusive Jewelry. What would you recommend for me here?
Oh, for you, how about this one?
Do you have anything kind of in the the Las Vegas kind of thing? Kind of that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Sammy, my good friend Sammy would be proud of that. Can we try this on? I'm being personally fitted here by the owner and manager of Exclusive Jewelry. And I have requested something in kind of a Las Vegas style. And as you can see, they've picked out kind of a thick braided. Now this is all gold, right?
Ooh, nice, huh?
Kind of nice?
Sexy.
Kind of nice?
Sexy, huh?
I think I could hang out with you ladies like this for a while. Wow. What do we have? You're holding up Dunkin'.
Cake, 2 for $1, 2 for $1.
For $1. Move down here.
Get it, come on.
Okay, folks, we're moving down here to the toothpaste. Big.
$1.25, $1.
They're all the same price.
Yeah, $1. Crash, Colgate, anything you like, $1.
Okay, we're moving toothpaste. We gotta move them. Okay, over here, soap. We have Zest. We have Ivory. What do you
So,
recommend?
$2 for $1, 2
$2 for $1. Okay, moving down here, cold cream.
Cold cream, $5, $5.
2 for $1. 2 sold to that lady. I got batteries here. How much for batteries?
$2, $1.
$2, $1. How much for the Walkman style batteries?
$2, $2.
$2 for your Walkman style batteries. We're going over here. We have shampoo, laundry products.
$1.50,
$1.50 for shampoo and
Yeah.
laundry products. Rubber gloves.
$2.
$2 cigarettes. Oh, we can't say cigarettes on the air. Bounce laundry detergent.
$1.50.
$1.50. Have we left anything out?
Come on, let's go.
Come on down. We can't wait.
Time now for Brockman's World, a timely look at the news and views that affect our unique way of life. And now, here's your host for Brockman's World, George Brockman.
Good evening, everyone. John, thanks for having me back on your show. Once again, I'd like to express my gratitude for letting me branch out and cover some more items that I think are important than just business news. Once again, I've compiled some of the important stories that broke this week from some of the most gifted journalists of our time.
fine, George. You bring so much to the show each week. I'm happy. I'm aside now. The stage is yours. Please.
Thank you. There's a big security flap brewing this week over President Reagan's new hearing aid. According to a story in the Globe, security agents are worried that the tiny hearing aid will leave the president's mind open to high-tech tampering by Kremlin agents. Former National Security Agency aide Alan Bowden says that the Soviets are using ultrasound laser beams that are inaudible to the naked ear but could be picked up by a hearing aid such as the one the president now wears. Messages such as nuclear freeze, could be constantly projected into the president's ear, as well as U.S. out of El Salvador, U.S. out of El Salvador. Experts further fear that Reagan would be exposed to laser buzzes that would confuse the president, resulting in wild misunderstandings in conversations with advisors. Many experts believe this is already happening. In a loosely related story, recently released files from the FBI on Nobel Prize-winning physicist Albert Einstein have brought to light some of the absurd accusations against him that he faced during his lifetime. According to the National Examiner, one of Einstein's detractors claimed he was a scheming, mind-zapping communist spy. The accuser went so far as to charge that Einstein had invented a mind control ray hidden underneath his tongue. This week, the Weekly World News reported that famous trapper Georges Guillot had been found in the wilds of the Yukon Territory after a month-long search by the mounted police failed to locate him. In an exclusive interview via shortwave, Guillot told the news that his true rescuers had been none other than a family of Bigfoots who found him lying and left for dead in a ravine. According to Guillot, the family cared for him and nursed him back to health. The happy trapper says he's learned much about Bigfoot culture in the 2 months he spent with the Bigfoots, and now he plans to head for Saskatchewan or Nova Scotia to write a book. Says Guillot, I want people to know about my astonishing encounter with Stone Age creatures. Some incredible UFO news this week. An unwed mother from Oklahoma has sold her 2-week-old baby to persuasive UFO aliens for $1,000 after they placed her in a hypnotic trance. It's true. The shocking story first appeared in the Spanish bi-monthly paranormal magazine known as Beyond. I found out about it by reading the National Examiner. Apparently, the young mother was forced to leave her small town in Oklahoma when her parents learned she was pregnant. She went to Chicago, had the baby, and then decided to return home. On the way, she was approached by a strange couple wearing silvery jumpsuits who took a special interest in her little son. The next thing she remembered was waking up in a motel room with $1,000 in her coat pocket in crisp $50 bills. According to noted hypnotherapist Dr. Antoine Cohn, it was obvious that the aliens who accosted her as she left the Windy City brainwashed her so she would remember little as possible. Tasteless and macabre is how psychologists are describing a new candy being sold in Britain, soon to be introduced here in the U.S. A candy known as Skull Crusher is described as a tiny chocolate version of a human head that emits a gooey red filling when you bite into it. It's true, angry parents and health professionals say the gruesome treats may have a severe psychological effect on young people. Mario Macchio-Chia, sales director at the candy company, says if American youths prove as bloodthirsty as kids elsewhere, sales of the confection will reach the $3 million mark in 2 years. And finally tonight, thousands of people are flocking to the home of Josephine Taylor in Ontario, Canada, since she reported seeing an image resembling Jesus Christ on her bathroom floor. According to the National Examiner, Josephine was just going to the bathroom one morning, looked down, and saw the face of Jesus. About 3,000 people have come to see the miraculous image. Josephine has not discouraged visitors. She only has asked that they flush before they leave. John?
George, thank you. George Brockman, ladies and gentlemen. George Brockman, yeah.
Some of the important stories that we should all keep our eyes on.
Very important. You know, we've established the point that you'll be moving on to bigger and better things, and, you know, who else is doing those stories? The big boys don't have the guts, the Rathers, the Mudds, you know, the Jennings. They don't go to press with these stories, especially the first story. I noticed the audience gasped when they heard about the President Reagan hearing aid situation. And I think
could be very serious.
One Washington insider put it to me. He said that the greatest fear inside Washington is one of those transmissions will actually wake the president up from one of his naps.
That's true. That could happen.
That kind of disruption we don't need in the Oval Office. Again, a fine report from George Brockman. And, hey, I hope you got a little flavor of George, because those of you calling in are now registering the
yes,
phone lines there.
Keep calling in. We need someone, and if you can foot the bill, you may get a shot at it. So stay with us.
I understand that Lucky Winner will also receive some personal instruction from you on exactly as to how to play you, and we'll save that for later.
That's right. I'll be along a little later to do that.
Okay, clock on the wall, bing bong. It is time for that segment we call the Booth of Comedy. And the Booth of Comedy is rocking right now. Rock comedy. Here he is, the doctor himself, Dr. Gonzo.
very much. It's really good to be here. Thank you very much.
Oh, hi. Oh, excuse me, that was Lou Rawls.
Lou Rawls.
Let's hear it for Lou Rawls.
Lou Rawls.
Lou's going to be back later, too. I think everybody's going to be back. I want to talk to you a little bit about this phone booth here. I don't know if you've ever tried to make a phone call on a pay phone and you've lost a dime in the phone. What the phone company will do is they won't put your call through, but what they will do is they'll send you a check for 10 cents. Did you realize this? I've been doing this to supplement my income for quite a while now. I don't go anywhere without a roll of 10-cent checks right here, you know. You never know when some bum's going to come up to you on the street and go, yeah, could you spare a dime? Just sign them over a check. There you go, yeah. Have a nice day. Follow them to the bank, watch them try to cash it. There you go. I'm sorry, we need 2 matching pieces of ID. Your shoes don't even match. Get out of here. I want to talk about Reagan's hearing aid a little bit. He had a press conference about his hearing aid. He went up in front of all these local press people, national press people, and he was describing what kind of hearing aid it was. You know, he went into total detail and everything, and finally he wanted the American people to know that he was 100%, and then he opened the floor for questions, and Sam Donaldson asked him, he said, yeah, what kind really is it? And Reagan said, it's about 5:15. Thank you, I just thought I'd throw that in. Thanks, George, for helping us out on that one there. Oh, I can say, am I on this camera? Hey, how are you? I want to make sure all those people at home aren't doing strange things to those animals out there, and you know who you are. I want to talk to you a little bit about the US Festival. I went to the US Festival this last time, and it was really neat being at the US Festival because if you were bored with the bands, you could go play video games. That was the best part about it because it was Steve Wozniak's idea, you know, mix computers with fun. And I don't know that it necessarily worked, but I got a chance to play some really good video games. I played the Grateful Dead video game. I don't know if you've seen that. You play it, you're not sure what it does. It just goes on and on and on and on. And then you get breakfast at the end if you win or something like that. There was a Sly Stone video game. You put a quarter in, he didn't show up. Kind of some ones I'll be looking for there anyway. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne video game. Little Ozzy has to come out and eat the little bat heads. That was kind of neat. The best part of the US Festival was trying to drive home after the US Festival because the traffic was backed up for like 20 miles or something like that. And we're creeping along, you know, and all these people are hitchhiking on the side of the road with signs like San Jose, Detroit, Key West. There's a guy out there that had a sign with nothing on it, just like. I said, hey, get in, we're going there, come on. Guy got in the car, about 2 hours later, we got in about 12 feet. The guy goes, this is good. We finally got out on the highway, and it's real nice when you get out on the highway eventually, especially after partying for 3 days long. You know, you're not in a real good mindset. We're out there driving on the road. It was like playing a giant video game. It was like the object was stay in between the lines, follow the red dots home. Hope that guy's going to my house. It's like Braille driving with the reflector dots and whoa, just reading. I enjoy driving. My mom's real intense. You see the movie Road Warrior? You ought to make a movie about my mom, call it Road Warrior. She's like the worst backseat driver in the world, constantly nagging, you know, like, look out for that bus, look out for that car, look out for that. But you can't hit her because she's your mom. So you pull over and say, okay, Mom, you drive. So she starts driving, what do? You pull the same thing on her. Look out for that bus, look out for that car, look out. She'll kick your butt, she's your mom. She'll do that kind of stuff. You guys like TV, I'm sure. That's why you're down at the studios tonight. My favorite TV show is Scooby-Doo. I don't know, I do nothing during the day, so I really enjoy Scooby-Doo. It's always like the same plot all the time, too. Velma and Freddy, they always talk Shaggy and Scooby into doing the weirdest things. It's like, I always wanted to grow up to be Shaggy, you know. What a worthless piece of fluff, you know. Come on, Scoob, let's go, you know. And then they got this dog Scooby, you know. An ant could walk in front of him, he's like, yes, woo! Totally freaked out. Holy mackerel! Get it together, dog, you know. Yeah. I like animals on television, especially like real animals when they make them look stupid, like Morris the cat. You know, Morris the cat looks like he's got a real bad attitude, and it's just because it's a voiceover. Oh no, it's Lard Bud again. Morris, 9 lives. I got your 9 lives right here. Is that the Bridge Club? Are we having tuna again? Thank you. George liked that one. George going, oh, I'm really going to get kicked off the air now. One of my other favorite TV shows is Twilight Zone. I love the Twilight Zone. Rod Serling could say anything and just freak me out. There's a little hotel called Shady Rest at the Junction. Petticoat Junction. Gonna tell you all a story about a man named Jed. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Twilight Zone. I listen to a lot of rock and roll music. I get to work with a lot of rock bands, and there's some rock and roll musicians that make no sense when they're singing or talking or whatever they're doing in the song, and I like to do a few of those. A little bit of Tom Petty for you. You know, I don't know why, but sometimes I don't know why. You know, it seems like you get to the end of a long day and nothing seemed to really ever come from it. I don't know why. You know, sometimes my life seems so hopeless. Wish I could get everything a little more in focus. It rhymes. I don't know why. ZZ Top sounds like they're singing with a mouthful of food. Around, touch it down, down on the rain. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. From Detroit, Michigan, Bob Seger. What's he talking about? Kind of look like him, don't I?
Cornfields, woods got heavy. Out in the back seat of my '60 Chevy, working on mysteries without any clues. It's funny how your bowels move. Bowel moves. Bowel moves. Twisting and burning and moaning. Woke up late last night to the sound of thunder. My girlfriend had beans, and it makes me wonder.
Thank you. It's really good to be back in the lounge. Hi, what's your name? What's your sign? What do you do for a living? Who cares? She came down Yellow Mountain. Thank you. Chewing on a piece of grass, lying in the road. Some people say, hey, look out, Gonzo. 18-wheeler, oh no. Take the V out of lover and it's lower. I went back to Kalinga, but my city was gone. Thank you.
Thank you. A fine set. A fine set. And thank you for bringing Lou Rawls, too. I really appreciate that. It adds another dimension to our show. We're crossing over all kinds of boundaries and mixing and meshing medias and entertainments, and it's exciting. Well, you are a musician, a rock star, as well as a comedian.
A rock star, not quite. I'm sort of living out my rock and roll fantasies by working with rock bands. It's kind of fun, yeah.
Who you worked with lately? Anybody of note?
Who I worked with lately? 3 Dog Night.
3 Dog Night! Three Dog Night.
Yeah, you're supposed to go, ooh.
Contemporary.
Okay.
Is this the, is this like the original Three Dog Night, or are they like these older groups like the Coasters and the Drifters, where you'll see like 5 or 6 different sets of the same group making the Holiday Inn?
Well, we were at the Santa Cruz Fairground, and believe it or not, they actually played most of their big hits. You know, like One is the loneliest number that you've ever heard, and you know, what was the other one? Eli's Coming.
Eli's Coming.
And, you know, they had like 10 hits in a row or something. They've written some new music, so I'm happy about that. That's something different than like Paul Revere and the Raiders. I don't think they're going to write any new material at all.
Hey, Paul Revere and the Raiders from the great Pacific Northwest, the birthplace of punk rock and roll.
Remember Fang used to lift his guitar up? Fang, all right.
Thank you very much. Thank you, for the Pacific Northwest out there.
That's like remembering on the Flintstones, remembering somebody like Roy Orbison. Got to reach way back there to remember this stuff.
Stoney Carmichael.
Stoney Carmichael, cut it out. Rocky Stone, yeah.
Bedrock. Twist.
You like Bedrock, huh? Gee, Fred. Thank you. I do Barney.
Yeah. All right, we're talking about this weekend. Now, I understand you will not be appearing in town this weekend, but
I'll be playing Nowhere Ever, and I thought I'd plug that.
So anybody at home, you've got them in your living room tonight.
Yeah,
and,
Wolfgang's. I won't be there. I won't be at Wolfgang's. I won't be at the Keystone. I won't be at Marriott's Great America. So don't be looking for me. Okay. I won't be at the Airport Plaza Inn this weekend either. So I'm sorry if you're planning on seeing me there. I'm going to the north, Great White North.
Known as the 1983 Gonzo Canadian Extravaganza.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of an extravaganza. How's it going? Last time I was up north, they took me around in a little airplane, and they flew us over the countryside, and I noticed that when, like, one person pukes in an airplane, so does everybody else. Pilot kept reaching back, grabbing my T-shirt, pulling it over my face like he thinks I'm going to puke on my chest. But that wasn't going to happen. Felt like Bazooka Joe or something. Now I can't chew bubble gum anymore.
In the event of a sudden drop in cabin pressure, the person next to you will throw up all over you.
Yeah, that's exactly what kind of happened. It's kind of weird. We went to Alaska that last time, too, and it's kind of neat. We got off the airplane, and this guy looks at me and goes, "You ever done any sexual favors with the moose?" And I said, "No, and I'm not going to wear that little baseball cap with antlers on it either." And so kind of tell you a little bit about my travels there. I do travel around quite a bit. I enjoy myself. I'm working. I'm having fun.
All right, yeah, and you work a lot with rock bands, as we said.
You work at a gas station or something?
I work at a gas station, and
Dino, huh?
I make more there than I do here.
I bet you do, yeah. Hey, could you change my oil after the show or something? It's kind of a joke,
folks, but it hurts. It hurts to say that. But,
it hurts, yeah.
Gas station is, you know, kind of a whole different side to me. I like to stay dynamic. Okay. Let's intro your video right now. Let's talk about it.
We'll talk about my video for a little bit. Okay.
Set it up a little bit here.
We shot this. It's a Cars parody. It's a parody of the Cars, the big rock and roll band, the Cars. Have you heard of the Cars? And some people are going, "What, a Pontiac? What are you talking about?" These are actually people from Boston. They're a rock band, and we decided to do a parody. Their sound is so unique. I mean, you know it as soon as you hear it. So we decided to kind of mimic it. I did it with Little Roger and the Goosebumps, who had
Stairway to Gilligan's Island fame.
That's correct, and they got sued by Led Zeppelin for that, and we were waiting for the Cars to bring the hammer down on this, but legally they can't sue us, but they did yank the video off MTV. They didn't want it to be aired. So, like, if you're watching out there, you guys from the Cars, right here, baby.
Next week we're going to have... Next week, our musical guests will be Led Zeppelin's lawyers and the Cars lawyers. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
That's sure to be a big one.
So we shot this, and so we did a parody of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Do Re Mi from The Sound of Music, a la the Cars. So it's like the Cars singing Do Re Mi, and it's not really the Cars. It's me and a friend of mine, Monty Hoffman, who plays Ray. Do, I need Do, and Ray's gonna kick my rear end. So like it's all pretty self-explanatory when you see it. So
for you and you and you and everybody at home.
It's a San Jose exclusive.
Here is Do Re Mi by Dr. Gonzo. Let's hear it.
The first 3 notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi.
Do, Re, you?
I guess I'll have to make it a little easier.
Do, Re.
I need some fast, or Ray is gonna kick my... He is who I'm trying to save. Far is where I have to run. So I guess I'll catch a ride. Law is where I'll go and hide. It'll teach me not to get so high, 'cause I owe this guy some Do ti la sol fa mi re do. Do ti la sol fa mi re re. He left his car keys out, so I took it for a ride. Fun was all I had in mind. I didn't see the sign. Boy, I'm really in the jam. It's not like I'm the son of Sam. Now I'm living on the lam, and I'm hiding from this guy Lombardo. Take a stroll now. I'll take a ride. LA is where I'll go and hide. It'll teach me not to get so high, 'cause I owe this guy some dough. Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho. Do ti la sol fa mi re do. Do ti la sol fa mi re do. Oh ho, 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 ho.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Neelan Swallow.
Thank you. It's really wonderful to be here tonight. Thank you. Whenever the boys are ready in the band. Thank you. Never thought I'd get to know you. Never thought that I could hold you. Never thought that I could show you how. But then you walked in my life, eliminating strife. It was Come on, everybody, bossa nova. But then you walked in my life, eliminating strife. It was you. You know, I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. Hey, there's a 2-drink minimum, and I think you know what I'm talking about. But then you walked in my life, eliminating strife. It was Sounds nice. But then you walked in my life, eliminating strife. It was you and you and you and you, but not you. You.
Mr. Nealon Swallow, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're almost out of time. We've got about a minute. I'd like to thank my special guest today, Dr. Gonzo, and a reminder, applause first, applause. And the front row is holding up cards, and it's a 9, it's a 9, it's an 8.9, it's, oh, except for the Eastern Bloc, it's 9s all the way down. And I think you are a favorite. Next week, world premiere video party before the show, and then during the show, world premiere video of Dr. Gonzo's Old Memories.
Old Memories. I'm glad we got a chance to shoot it. We shot it yesterday, and I think it's going to be really nice. We're going to put it on the air next week, and too bad we couldn't do it tonight, but that's okay. We were pushed for time.
That's okay. It's buzzing. People are waiting for next week. We'll be back next week with more comedy, more videos from other people besides Dr. Gonzo, the world premiere of Old Memories. And hey, if you want to write us, drop us a line about the show, you like it, you don't like it, you want to know where Rainbow lives, anything like that, drop us a line. There'll be information at the end of the show. And hey, thanks for joining us, studio audience. Give yourself a hand.
Channel 48 will be giving away a limited number of tickets for next week's Not Off the Air studio audience. To be eligible, send your name, address, phone number, and comment on the show to NOTA, 2349 Bering Drive, San Jose, California, 95131.